So let me just talk about your energy here. I have here the Lovers. This is you daydreaming. This is you kind of like, where's my partner? Where's my soulmate? Where's the person that's supposed to be sweeping me off my feet? And this is, in reality, I feel like some of you are at a point where you are single and you're dreaming, conjuring, manifesting this person. But majority of you already have somebody in mind. One day this person will come towards me and they're going to make a move, and it will be like everything I've dreamed about. And they're going to sweep me off my feet, and we're going to, ride off into the sunset and live happily ever after. And not only that, there's a dance here. These are like performers, they're dancers. So I feel like the dancing aspect indicates to me like really strong sexual attraction. It's like you're very aware of how the other person looks, how they move, and you're very mesmerized by the way that they move their body, the way that their body is very expressive. So you could be a dancer, you could be a performer, they could be a dancer or a performer. And I also feel like, people who are athletes, like liking the way somebody performs, liking the way somebody looks, liking the way that somebody moves. Okay, so in perfect I feel like symmetry. This is a card that denotes like the way that you both, so let me just use a sports analogy here. I feel like, for example, you play a team sports with someone, right? And the two of you on the court, like either a basketball court, a volleyball court, a football court, whatever it is, tennis court even. If you jive really well with each other, so your Mars signify how you move, how you react, how you carry yourself, right? If your Mars and their Mars makes a really good aspect, it means that on the court, you're not going to bump into them. They're not going to step on your toes. They're not going to accidentally throw and hit you. And you likewise are not going to, throw anything at them or hit them by accident. So when you jive really well as a dancer with each other, if you dance together, if you jive really well, when you navigate the physical space with one another, it denotes that sexually you're going to be very compatible. Okay, that's just like the way the Mars energy plays out in our natal chart. If we have that with somebody, we get a lot of work done. We get a lot of things accomplished. And I feel like you have that with another person. And I feel like you're also imagining and also fantasizing about, okay, if everything is going so well between me and them, the way that we move and the way that we kind of navigate the physical environment together, then sexual chemistry is going to be amazing. It's going to be through the roof, right? When we do get intimate, it's going to be like fireworks and things like that. And I feel like that's where you're at right now. You're fantasizing. And the partner that's showing up here, we have here the Nine of Swords. And this is like waiting on pins and needles, okay? They're also thinking the same thing, but I feel like they've got a little bit of a pot belly. They've got a little bit of, excess weight that I'm sensing like body image issues. This is a person that might be like, no, let's not get intimate yet. It's too early. And you might feel like, what's the matter? Why are they, pushing me away when everything is going really well, when we have great chemistry? And I feel like they might have some anxieties. They might have confidence issues, self-esteem issues, body image issues, performance anxiety, and that you're not really aware of. Okay. So I feel like this is an extra, it's a touchy topic. And if you're dealing with this, you need to be a little bit careful and be extra supportive and sensitive. So if they're telling you these things, even if you don't agree with it, even if you don't understand it, just be like, okay, then I'll wait till you're ready. Okay, make sure that it is on their time. Make sure that they're doing things to get their act in order. And then I also feel for some of you, there might be as well like an intimate or a physical estrangement between you and a lover, where because of self-esteem, body image issue. It could be, like you've been married for some time and they're not feeling amorous towards you, and they're not feeling like they're at their best. So that can be coming through in the relationship. I feel like for those of you who are coupled, what I have here is the Four of Wands. this is a stable card, a stable marriage, happy home, and the kids are doing well. The family unit is thriving, and also this is the expansion of the family unit. So maybe more kids being brought into the picture, or talks about parenting, talks about pregnancy, talks about incorporating even in-laws coming in to live with us. So I feel like this is like building things, building wealth, generating wealth, and having a really stable home life. And then for others who are, once again, dealing with this concept, you have somebody, possibly a fire sign. So I have here Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. This is somebody who might be, who's like very, very easily excitable. Okay, they have like a gazillion ideas. They're quite adventurous. They're here today, gone tomorrow. They can make conversation with anybody. And they are they're getting some type of message when it comes to work projects, when it comes to career paths, when it comes to getting things started on their end. And I feel like they're coming in to thank you for everything that you've done to allow this process to happen for them. So they're very, very grateful for all the work, all the contributions that you have given to them, or you have bestowed upon them. I also feel this is a major barrier that is coming through between you and a love partner. This is a card about friendship, okay? Wanting to take things to the next level, but we have such a great rapport here. We're working together. Communication is flowing really well. Everything is simple. We're on the same page. If we were to kind of rock the boat a little bit and escalate it to a relationship, even though, it could also denote like same-sex relationships, but I feel like it doesn't really matter. These cards are gender neutral. So even if it's a man, it could be a woman, but it doesn't really matter. I feel like with the Three of Pentacles, two people who might have met in a work environment and are not now friends, or who have a lot in common and who have like the same values, the same hobbies. And it's a really strong friendship vibe that I'm getting here between two people. And as a result of it, you have a natural affinity towards one another. You have great chemistry with each other. You work well together. And so taking this from a very physical space into more of the fantasy, the lustful type of a stage, I feel like it's a big quantum leap for many of you, and it can feel very scary. And I also feel for some of you, you have a few friends here that are going to be making, offers towards you as well. And it's going to come out of the blue, and it's going to feel a little bit like you're going to be caught off guard. Okay. So for singles, love offers, and I especially see fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. For others of you, I feel like, you have friends coming in, making offers no matter what, even if you're coupled up. But I feel like for some of you in committed relationships, you're trying to find ways to spice up the relationship. You're trying to find ways to kind of make your partner a little bit more receptive to new ideas, new ways of doing things in the bedroom. And you're trying to find ways to kind of tell your partner, you're still beautiful in my eyes. I still find you attractive. I still find you desirable. And that's where your focus really should be towards like reassuring a relationship partner that you still are invested in them. And then I feel like for singles, a lot of options. You might be dealing with somebody who has body image issues, and that might be why they're taking so long. Okay, I keep seeing like performance issues, and I'm not going to go into too many details, that can manifest in different ways, but I feel that, and I feel like there might be an age gap as well. So that might be why there are insecurities. Okay. So somebody might be older and they're just like, I don't know if I still look good. And then somebody might be younger who's like all hot-headed and doesn't really care. And so I feel like those are things that need to be kind of calibrated and worked out in your existing relationship. I have your spiritual advice coming through in the second spread. And what I feel, though, is at work, be very, very careful about keeping your ideas close to your chest, okay? I feel like there are people working behind the scenes, possibly your supervisor, your bosses, your director. I see like a multitude of people pulling strings behind the scenes to try to make things happen. And I feel like you're kind of kept in the dark. Okay, so that's the first thing. And it showed up here with the Three of Pentacles. So building something of greater value. And I feel like these are people pulling strings behind the scenes, because we have the Seven of Swords, which is like things that are talked about, that are done behind the scenes, but not, you know, seeing the light of day, or things that are talked about, but they're not brought out into the public sphere. As well as the Hermit, which means that you're going to have to do some digging in order for you to figure these things out. And I also feel like, you know, the sword energy is your energy. So it's telling you to be very, very careful, to cover your tracks. If you are leaving early, cover your tracks. If you're coming in late, cover your tracks and document these things, or at least, you know, have a reason. Have a reason just in the back of your mind. What am I going to say when I'm confronted with these things? If you are in any way doing anything that you're not supposed to, just be very careful about, you know, people digging into your history, or people, I see like investigations, financial investigators, people who are looking at your financial transactions. They're looking at your business licenses. They're looking at your business practices. They're looking at your supervisory skills or managerial skills. They're looking at like files, portfolios, and possibly auditing them. Okay. The first card we have here is the High Priestess, and this is kind of like the unveiling process. Okay. Things being revealed. And I feel like things are being revealed in a way where it's like, if in the past things have been very like not transparent, you know, very opaque, like not transparent and confusing, and especially you don't even know who's pulling the strings, you don't even know whose side you're on. I feel like everything is going to be made very, very clear for this week. And I feel like with information coming to light, and with people possibly being weaned out of the work environment because of some unscrupulous dealings that they've been hiding, it's going to come to the light of day, because somebody is coming in to do some type of investigation. So I feel like there will be things unearthed, secrets coming to light, and it's going to feel a little bit dramatic, okay, in other areas of your life. And I feel specifically in the work front, career, work, and even with family members. If so-and-so has been, you know, if Uncle Joe, God forbid, has been stepping out on his relationship partner, I feel like it's going to unfold almost like a soap opera. You're going to, you know, see it happen in little stages here and there. And I feel like it's going to be like a novella. And if, you know, so-and-so has been like cheating on their tax forms, then you're going to start to see it unravel, and you're going to start to see it kind of unfurl. Okay. So if this is not happening to you, I feel like it's going to be, you're going to catch it with people around you. But make sure this is not something that's happening to you. So make sure you cover your tracks. Okay, Gemini? I'm going to leave it at that. And I feel like, you know, hopefully you catch this reading early on and you can still cover your tracks, but whatever.